also have to ask you about our breaking news this morning, the passing of former Vice President Dick Cheney. I mean, he really left quite a legacy in American politics.
You know, his legacy is remarkable from a biography standpoint, right? Someone who rose from a congressional aide to a member of Congress, someone who rose to be chief of staff to the President of the United States, Secretary of Defense, Vice President to President George W. Bush. And I mean, no disrespect to Vice President Vance, Vice President Kamala Harris, former President Joe Biden, who was also a vice president, but Vice President Dick Cheney was the most influential vice president perhaps ever. I mean, the resume, the list of responsibilities that he had during the Trump administration, a leading figure with the war on terror, which really defined the Bush years. We must emphasize he is a controversial figure. The wars that were conducted during the Trump administration in Iraq and Afghanistan, Dick Cheney is viewed very poorly in many parts of the Middle East. But he is someone that no doubt left his mark on American and global politics. A statement from the Dick Cheney family said, for decades, quote, Dick Cheney served our nation, including as White House Chief of Staff, Wyoming's congressman, Secretary of Defense, and Vice President of the United States. Dick Cheney was a great and good man who taught his children and grandchildren to love our country and to live lives of courage, honor, love, kindness, and fly fishing. We are grateful beyond measure for all Dick Cheney did for our country and are blessed beyond measure to have loved and been loved by this noble giant of a man. So the Cheney family is grieving today. Cheney has had a number of health issues in recent years. One of his lasting legacies, though, Holly, came just recently. His support for gay marriage, and his daughter identifies in the LGBTQ plus community. He really helped mobilize Republicans to move on from, during the Bush years, there were fights against gay marriage, trying to pass amendments to prohibit gay marriage. Dick Cheney was one of the leading Republicans to get many conservatives to change their thinking on that issue, at least publicly. One of the many parts of the Dick Cheney legacy that will be dissected in the coming days and the coming weeks. Again, the former vice president died at the age of 84.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of tributes coming soon. Scripps News Deputy Political Director Joe St. George for us. Joe, thank you so much. We'll check in with you at that polling place in about an hour from now.